Nearly 23 million Americans who had COVID now have long COVID. This means they have COVID-related symptoms more than 3 months after recovering from COVID-19.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Gatry Killings. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Here's what's happening today. Entertainment database IMDb says it is changing its rating system for the movie The Little Mermaid because of review bombing. That's when people post a bunch of negative reviews, often unrelated to the actual film. In this case, many people on social media point out that backlash to the film began before production even started. Some people were upset that actress Halle Bailey, who's black, was cast in the title role. Box office sales for The Little Mermaid are more than $200 million worldwide. But despite that success, IMDb says it's detected unusual voting activity for the film and needed to apply an alternative rating system. Other films in the past have been affected by review bombing, including the all-female remake of Ghostbusters and Marvel's Black Panther. President Biden delivered the commencement speech at the U.S. Air Force Academy graduation ceremony. But it's what happened afterwards that has gone viral. Biden had just finished handing out diplomas. When he turned to walk away, he tripped on a sandbag and fell face forward to the ground. An official with the Air Force Academy and 2 Secret Service agents grabbed onto Biden's arms to help him back on his feet. Biden returned to his seat in the stands without help and appeared in good spirits as the ceremony concluded. At age 80, Biden is the nation's oldest president. And he's had previous stumbles in public. They include falling to the ground during a bike ride last year in Delaware. And he's been seen slipping on the stairs as he gets on his private jet, Air Force One. The body of 49-year-old John Forsyth has been found. He is the Arkansas emergency room doctor who was last seen on May 21st. On that day, he sent his last text to his fiancée, saying that he would see her soon. However, sometime after that, he vanished and did not show up for work the next day. On Tuesday afternoon, a kayaker found Forsyth's body in a lake. Authorities say he had an apparent gunshot wound. Forsyth was a father of 8 children. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says an investigation is underway and that additional information about the matter cannot be released at this time. Right after Memorial Day weekend ends, the hurricane season starts. The National Hurricane Center is predicting a near normal 2023 Atlantic hurricane season. And that means a busy hurricane season. Forecasters predict up to 17 named tropical storms could develop. Of those 17 storms, 5 to 9 could become hurricanes. And possibly 4 of those could become major hurricanes, Category 3 or higher. The hurricanes would have sustained winds of 129 miles per hour or stronger. At this very moment, the National Hurricane Center is already tracking a potential tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico. They say it could develop into the season's first named storm. If that happens, it will be named Arlene. That's the name topping the hurricane list for 2023. The threat of the United States potentially facing its first ever loan default is gone. Shortly before midnight on Thursday, the Senate passed a bill that raises the nation's debt limit. The Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2023 passed in the House 2 days ago. The bill also places a limit on non-defense spending, cuts some COVID-19 relief funds, and increases work requirements for some food stamp recipients. President Joe Biden released a statement Thursday night praising Congress's efforts and saying he looks forward to signing the bill into law. I have to let you know this story really hits home for me. He is one of my favorite rappers. Tupac Shakur's work as a rapper, artist, and activist is being recognized with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame after his death, finally. Tupac died 26 years ago after he was shot in a drive-by shooting. He was 25 years old. His career only lasted 5 years, but Shakur has sold more than 75 million records and remains an iconic figure in hip-hop. The Walk of Fame dedication will take place next week on June 7th. The star will be accepted by Shakur's sister. Finally, yay! And again, finally, listen to this. NASA wants you to get involved in its Europa Clipper mission by adding your name to an original poem penned by U.S. poet Ada Lemon. The poem is entitled In Praise of Mystery, a poem for Europa. The poem will be aboard the spacecraft when it blasts off in October 2024. The spacecraft will then travel billions of miles away to Jupiter's moon, Europa. The mission will investigate if the ocean, thought to lie beneath Europa's icy crust, could support life. Names received before 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 31st, 2023 will be stenciled onto a microchip with the poem before the spacecraft takes off. Wow. That is cool. I need to go ahead and apply. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the Google Play Store or App Store on your phone. And you can also watch on television on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Now, finally, it's Friday. Have a great weekend. Woohoo! And get some rest. Stay cool.